I'm Alex Lightman, and this is the Lightman Report on messengers, past, present, and future. We could call this messaging apps, but I like to use words that actually have continuity and are relevance from the past, present, and the future. So let's get started. Messengers have been the vital link through history, and historically a messenger is a person carrying messages. We have that phrase, "don't shoot the messenger," because these messages were so important that kings would be waiting for them sometimes for years and get very upset if they weren't the good news they wanted. One historically famous messenger was an Athenian named Phidippides. He famously ran the distance from the battlefield at Marathon to Athens in order to tell the people in Athens that the Athenians had won at Marathon. And today there are about 800 marathons, and 507,000 people run a marathon in non-pandemic years. I've run 16, so I like this. Today, a messenger is a communication platform or application that offers real-time text and sometimes audio and video transmission. The starting point of SMS was the invention of telegraphy. So the invention of telegraphy could rightly be considered the beginning of the history of SMS. Telegraph operators were the first to emit vowels in words while transmitting their message. And also, one of my favorite movies about this is by my friend, David Brin. He wrote the novel The Postman. Kevin Costner's in it. And with as this is being made, there's a lot of controversy around the post office. In the past, SMS, short message service, is a text message using standardized communication protocols to enable mobile devices to exchange short text messages. The first SMS message was sent over Vodafone GSM network in the UK December 3rd, 1992 with the words, "Merry Christmas." And SMS has become very popular worldwide. At the end of 2010, SMS was the most widely used data application, with an estimated 3.5 billion active users for about 80% of all mobile phone subscribers during the time. There are now 8 billion mobile phone subscriptions, and it's probably closer to 95 to 99%. We also look at email. The history of modern internet email services reaches back to the early ARPANET, and the standards for encoding email messages were published in 1973 as part of the IPv4, Internet Protocol version 4 Internet, made by Vint Cerf and Bob Kahn, Dr. Robert Kahn. An email message was sent in early 1970s. It was basically similar to an email sent today. Neither the users nor the computers are required to be online simultaneously. Ray Tomlinson is credited as the inventor of email. The first classic messengers. The Israeli firm Mirabilis released the first widely used online messenger, ICQ, short for ICQ, 1996. And American Online released AOL Instant Messenger and then purchased the competitor ICQ in 1998 for $400 million to consolidate its primacy over instant messaging. In 2006, AIM controlled 52% of the instant messaging market, but it struggled to modernize and went into rapid decline in the face of competition from new services like Google Talk, Yahoo Chat, MSN Messenger, and Skype. And WhatsApp. WhatsApp was founded in 2009 by Brian Acton and Jan Koum, former employees of Yahoo. In February 2013, WhatsApp had about 200 million active users and 50 staff members, which is amazing for what happened next. In December 2013 blog post, WhatsApp claimed that 400 million active users use the service each month. On February 19th, 2014, Facebook announced it was acquiring WhatsApp for $19 billion. It actually ended up being more than that because Facebook's stock went up, its largest acquisition. But is this antitrust? And we recently, in the end of July, we had hearings at the Banking Committee of the House of Representatives, the Antitrust Subcommittee, and Mark Zuckerberg effectively admitted while he was talking to the chairman of the committee that they purchased Facebook to get rid of the competition. So yes, according to the chairman of this committee, it is antitrust. And WhatsApp has reached 2 billion users, monthly active users worldwide, 2 billion, absolutely incredible, amazing. And then we have Facebook Messenger. Facebook launched Facebook Chat in March of 2008 and released Messenger as a standalone app for iOS and Android in 2011. In 2019, Facebook Messenger is the second most downloaded mobile app of the decade from 2011 to 2019. And it was the fastest ever application to reach 1 billion users, 4 years and 11 months. Nothing else took that little time. Of the 6 apps to reach 1 billion people, they basically did it in an average of 8 years. Let's compare the messenger landscape over the last 15 years. So in 2005, QQ was the biggest with 308 million users. MSN Live Messenger was 221 million, pretty amazing. Skype had 54 million. AOL AIM had 53. ICQ had 29 million. Yahoo Messenger had 24. BBM had 3.6 million. Google Talk had 3.4. And Powwow was basically, I don't even know why it's on there. That's none. And then you have QQ has 679 million in 2010. MSN has 293. Skype had 155. BBM has 121. WhatsApp had 50 million. ICQ had 37 million. Kik Messenger had 26. And Yahoo Messenger had 20. And then in 2015, 5 years ago, we had WhatsApp at over a billion, about 1.1 billion. Facebook Messenger, 915 million. QQ had 893 million. WeChat had 804 million. iMessage 306 million. Skype 303 million. Snapchat 274. Kik Messenger 268. Line 198. Viber 194. And then we now have this year, the first quarter of this year, and counting 7.4 billion users, 1.6 billion were using WhatsApp. Facebook Messenger had 1.3 billion. WeChat had 1.15 billion. QQ had 857 million. iMessage had 516 million. Telegram 407 million. Kik Messenger 345. Skype 306. And Viber 271. So let's talk about anonymity and privacy. There have been a lot of discussion about insecurity and that law enforcement having backdoors to popular messengers. And so Signal was founded by Moxie Marlinspike and Brian Acton to help give more privacy and anonymity. Privacy is an important part of any political protests, and the number of Americans who've downloaded Signal, which is an encrypted messaging application, has skyrocketed this year. Privacy-focused messengers are especially popular in countries with human rights issues. Protest organizers use messengers like Signal to devise action plans and develop strategies and communicate with the street. Signal doesn't store messages or contacts on its servers, or so it says, so it can't be forced to give copies of this information to the government. And messengers are turning into payment system. Initially, messengers were only used for communication. WeChat introduced in-messenger payment options, and Facebook Pay is probably going to be next. There also is from Block One, which launched the EOS coin, there is the new blockchain-based social media platform. And the company says that Voice will cultivate creation, sharing, discovery, and promotion of content on social media platforms by real users, not bots and fake accounts. The platform operates similarly to popular social media such as Facebook and Medium, and basically users are supposed to benefit from their ideas and engagement. There's increasing popularity of video in communications. Video is replacing text in communication, and we can consider broadcasting apps including Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube to be one-to-many messengers. The success of Snapchat, TikTok, and Instagram hints that future-proof messengers might focus on short video format. At the time of this recording, TikTok, the owners of TikTok, were supposed to sell it off or shut it down in the United States by mid-September. And here's some messenger trends and predictions. The value of messaging has been evident for some time, like the value of internet providers in the 1990s. By 2015, messaging had surpassed social media as the most common activity on the mobile phone. And messaging apps effectively becomes the portal to the average smartphone user. Right now, WeChat appears to be succeeding in becoming the everything app of the East. And probably all the internet of the West will be integrated into popular messengers. So it'll be like WeChat integrating e-commerce payments with communications and social media. Some other future things we're going to see is VR and messengers, virtual reality. The integration of VR and social looks to be a total game changer. Virtual hangouts and meeting places can be integrated with users' photos and accounts. And face and object recognition will enable us to extend or replace physical objects with virtual interfaces and let us communicate with them using simple hand gestures or our voice. Mark Zuckerberg says VR isn't a 2020 thing, but hopefully it isn't a 2030 thing. AR and messengers. Oculus has shown off Facebook Messenger video calls in virtual reality, and communication with virtual avatars by messengers can become a part of daily life. Facebook and other communications giants have already implemented elements of VR in their apps. And soon we're going to put this whole thing into transparent contact lenses. Also, basically the idea is that you're going to have room-to-room augmented reality project is something that's supposed to be a complement or a competitor within Microsoft to Skype. And then finally, we have digital avatars. Humans with communication issues will get an ability to communicate directly or via creating special digital avatars. And Elon Musk's company Neuralink is working on creating brain implants that, in theory, could make avatars that would communicate just by you thinking about them. So you wouldn't actually even have to be linked up to anything, and you could be communicating with your avatar messengers. And AI-based digital avatars will be an important part of messaging in the future, and the communication with robots in films like Ex Machina and Her will become a reality. This has been the past, present, and future of messaging on the Lightman Report. Thank you for watching.